Latest federal filings show the DNC is dead broke. When you subtract the debt from the cash on hand, well, guess what? The committee has less than $500,000 laying around. The RNC,
That's crumbs,
however,
Trish.
apparently, the RNC, however, is flush with about $40 million in cash. The dismal cash flow could be part of a bigger problem as Democrats appear to be struggling to find their next Obama, shall we say. Patty Solis-Doyle, who managed Hillary Clinton's 2008 White House run, tells The Hill, quote, "There's a definite yearning for who's my next great love. And the problem is we're really not loving anyone that we see. So we're looking for someone we're not expecting." You know,
well, there's a lot of pregnancy in there.
What I will tell you, though, this, I think, curious to get your take, Ed, shows they have nothing that's empowering them right now. Their only mantra is to resist, right? And Donald Trump is awful. We must get him out. We must get the Republicans out because they're going to destroy the country. And everybody's looking and saying, wow, gee, you know, my 401k is doing better. I'm getting a bonus from work. So that argument's not sticking. And I think that this is why they can't raise money, because they don't have anything that people or candidate that people are excited about.
And they've wasted a lot of time instead of creating a Democratic agenda, just time spent on anti-Trump. Resist, resist, resist. Republicans had some of those problems in the Obama years as well. It was not until then candidate Donald Trump came up and said, we got to get serious on trade and the wall and jobs, 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 and actually came and sold it to the middle class, and he won. Okay? And so I think moving forward, if this president can get through the Mueller investigation, builds momentum out of the tax cut, which, as you say, the economy is taking off by every single measure, and can get an immigration deal, I think the point made earlier, this is what Democrats are really worried about. If he takes DACA off the table and gets at least some, if not all, of the wall, he's checking off promise after promise.
Okay, but
that's a fact.
But then going back to Democrats, so somehow they have to fend that strong message off. How do they do it? I mean, is Mr. Kennedy the guy?
I don't think so after that speech. I mean, one speech is not going to build it. He had kind of it's impossible.
That's not true. Look at Barack Obama.
Well, that was a speech at the convention.
Yeah, absolutely
2004.
right. Still a big audience. This is a wrapped audience. He had a shot, and I think he kind of blew it.
That's my point, is that I don't think Congressman Kennedy had a Barack Obama moment, I guess. I mean, I think we're both right. Well, you're right that you can do it with one speech, but I don't think Joe Kennedy did it.
I don't think he did it either. And to your point, Democrats, right now they have to pin the tail on the donkey, the economic tail. And they
the
have
Democratic donkey?
Yeah, they have to take some of the success from the economic optimism and some of the metrics that you were talking about and say, this is good. Instead of trying to call an apple a banana, they need to say, like, economic growth is great, and here's how we're going to compound that for you. They are not doing that. They're not talking basic ideas.
You saw Congressman Joe Kennedy, though, that night, and then in interviews the following day, he was doing just that, Kennedy. He was doing these sort of intellectual gymnastics of, yeah, it's not that bad, but it could be better. That's hard to do coupled with people opening their paychecks, which I think is bigger than looking at the Dow or anything else. When you actually open something up and you say, oh, yeah.
Sure. I mean, you don't forget as well that, you know, they are fighting a Marie Antoinette problem right now that they have with Nancy Pelosi and crumbs, et cetera. So I don't know is your answer as a Kennedy. I don't know is that's going to do it for your average American right now that feels as though
your
the
answer
Democrats
is always
don't.
Kennedy at 8 p.m. Eastern on the Fox Business Network.
Yeah,
well,
not
Kennedy,
just any Kennedy, our Kennedy.
Our Kennedy.
Every Democrat voted no on the tax cut. Remember that.
Yeah, that's right. They're not going to be able to live that down.